As a cultural force, Disney has a huge amount of power. In the last 15 years, they've built up so much pop culture capital that they can pretty much decide what movies and TV shows get made and how they are made. Disney has been letting crumbs stay in their movies, which could get them banned in some countries. The next movie from the company, Lightyear, is the latest one that has been banned in different countries. Why, you ask? Come back to find out. Well, the ban happened because someone kissed someone. In Lightyear, Alicia Hawthorne, whose voice is done by Uzo Aduba, kisses her same-sex partner. Just a little kiss. Most people don't think this is very important, but this is not true for many countries in West Asia. Laws about censorship are very strict, especially when it comes to LGBTQIA+ people. According to Variety, Lightyear has been banned in Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and other countries in the region, all because two women kissed briefly. In the past, Disney would have just taken out the kiss to make the movie fit the rules in those countries, and they were fine with that for Lightyear. That was until the employees of Pixar wrote an open letter to Disney CEO Bob Chapek and other high-ups about how harmful it is to keep cutting gay characters from their movies, like they did in Onward and Turning Red, and how they did nothing about the horrible Don't Say Gay bill in Florida, a state where they have a lot of power because Walt Disney World is there. Pressure got to Disney, and they decided not to take the kiss out of Lightyear. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender LGBT people have to fight so hard just to get a tiny bit of representation on screen. It's not like Lightyear is a space love story for gay people. Even though this is just a kiss from a minor character, it was almost taken away. Even though Disney saved these crumbs, they are still crumbs. We still seem to be light years, excuse the pun, away from the queer characters with real important roles in a big Disney tentpole. Still, they have the power to change that story. Are they? From here on out, that's the big question. Have films been banned earlier because of LGBTQ scenes? Yes, there are a lot of differences in how LGBTQ people are accepted in society and how the law treats them around the world. This problem keeps coming up in some places whenever a movie makes even a small reference to LGBTQ people. One recent example is Disney Marvel's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which was a huge hit. The Guardian said that a Saudi official had asked to cut barely 12 seconds from a scene in which the character America Chavez talks about her two mothers. She's talking about her moms, because she has two, the official said. It's hard to pass something like this in the Middle East where we are. In the end, the movie was banned. In January, the movie West Side Story was not shown in many Gulf countries, reportedly because of the transgender character Anybody's. But this isn't just happening in the Gulf or Southeast Asia. In 2017, when Disney's Beauty and the Beast came out, it was the first time in Disney history that a character was out as gay. This caught the attention of the Russian government. The film was called Shameless Propaganda of Sin by a member of Russia's parliament. Even though homosexuality is not illegal in Russia, propaganda about it can get you in trouble. Disney is clearly failing in LGBTQ representation, as evident from complaints by their employees. In a statement attributed to the LGBTQIA+ employees of Pixar and their allies, which was obtained by Variety, employees of the animation studio say that Disney corporate executives have asked them to cut almost every moment of overtly gay affection, even when the creative teams and executive leadership at Pixar protest. The shocking claim is part of a larger response to the memo that CEO Bob Chapek sent to all Disney employees on Monday. The memo was about the company's response to the Don't Say Gay bill, which was just passed in Florida. In the memo, Chapek says that the company's most powerful tool for making the world a better place for everyone is the inspiring content it makes. The Pixar letter says that this claim goes against what employees have seen when they tried to get content with same-sex love approved by Disney executives. Pixar has only had a few LGBTQ characters in its feature films so far. The one that stands out the most is Spectre, a Cyclops police officer who Lena Waithe voices in the 2020 fantasy film Onward. The claim of censorship by Pixar employees is especially bad for former CEO Robert Iger, who oversaw Disney's purchase of Pixar in 2006 and just left the company in December 2021. The letter also asked Disney to stop giving money to lawmakers who voted for the Don't Say Gay bill and to take a clear public stand against it and similar bills in other parts of the country. It also talks about what Chapek said earlier at the company's shareholders meeting. That's when the CEO talked about Disney's opposition to the Don't Say Gay bill for the first time in public, after getting a lot of criticism for how he handled the situation. He said that the company would give $5 million to the Human Rights Campaign and other LGBTQ rights groups. He also said that he would meet with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to talk about Disney's concerns about the bill, even though they'd already spoken on the phone. What is the debate about how LGBTQ people are shown on TV? Even in places like the US, the way people are shown in content for kids has caused trouble. There is a heated debate going on about how far LGBTQ relationships and identities should be shown. Before, the community wasn't as visible in public and wasn't accepted by the law, so it wasn't often shown in movies or in public places. If it was there, it was only mentioned in small ways. LGBTQ rights activists have been asking that LGBTQ couples and individuals be shown on screen as openly and visibly as other couples and individuals. Variety said that LGBTQ LGBTQ employees at Disney wrote to the company and said that the company has actively censored overtly gay affection in its movies. The report also said that the version of Lightyear wasn't supposed to show the kiss between the two women. After the employee's negative letter, the scene was added, and the company promised to do more. Conservative groups don't agree, especially when it comes to content aimed at children. The Florida governor recently criticized Disney CEO Bob Chapek for being against a bill in the state called Don't Say Gay. Chapek was against the bill because he thought it would hurt gay people. Florida is home to the world's largest Disneyland theme park. The bill was passed, and now it is against the law for primary schools to talk about sexual orientation or gender identity. President Joe Biden called it hateful, but those who supported it said it gave parents more say over what their children learned in school. Parents can now take the schools to court if they talk about LGBTQ issues. Finally, as a bonus, To Infinity and Beyond origin revealed in Lightyear deleted scene. A cut scene from the movie Lightyear shows how the phrase To Infinity and Beyond came to be. Buzz Lightyear, whose voice is done by Tim Allen in the Toy Story movies, has that phrase as his motto. Buzz has been a part of the franchise since the first movie came out in 1995. He was introduced as a sort of rival to Tom Hanks' character Sheriff Woody and has been there ever since. This week, Cartoon Brew put out a video in which Lightyear director Angus MacLane talks about a scene that was cut from the first act of the movie, but shows where his famous catchphrase came from. The scene, which was Izzy Hawthorne as a child's original introduction, was cut to speed up the film's pace. Instead, it is shown as a series of storyboards with audio from Evan's performance playing over them. Izzy brags that her brother can count to infinity after she broke into his apartment, but she wants to go further, which Buzz says is mathematically impossible. This scene is from an earlier version of the movie when Izzy and Mo Morrison, Taika Waititi, were supposed to be brothers and sisters. After storyboarding that scene, it's clear that the filmmakers decided to change the whole tone of the movie. But it's strange that this choice took away one of the most important parts of Buzz's backstory. Even though the phrase is used in the toy Buzz Lightyear, references to it in the movie Lightyear explain why. However, this scene makes the origin of the catchphrase much more clear. Even though the situation would have been different, it would have made sense to use the same lines in a scene that ended up in the movie. But the movie did things that were much more difficult for fans of the character, so this small complaint probably didn't come to mind right away. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for sticking with us till the very end. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. Till next time, cheers!